Alright YouTube, this is me. It's been a while since I made some videos, but that's fine, dandy. You're going to hear some upbeat in me today. I made a political video. I expressed my views on who I want to be the president in the future. But for now, the best man won and I'm excited. Sure, I said some things about Obama, not 100% fulfilling. But I've had time to think of it since the 2 weeks I've done that video. And the thing was, yes, he didn't keep a good bit of his promises, but he did make progress. He kept auto jobs in America. He's turning our education system around. He is ensuring that the wealthy pay their fair damn share to help take care of the Americans who need it, because the Constitution was set up as a fail-safe in case there are Americans, and it was designed for this reason, who are less fortunate and in need. There is a system called taxes, and those tax monies are helped to go into programs to help the less fortunate, and the government does not do too much. It's the wealthy people who have gotten rich off the values of America, and most of the time they cheat to get to where they are, and they should pay their fair share, and that money should go to help less fortunate Americans like myself. But there are people far worse off than me who need money. Where I come from, you honor thy neighbor. We're all Americans, and Mitt Romney was only going to cater to the rich and the wealthy and the upper middle class. He was going to eliminate programs for the poor like welfare, food stamps, Medicaid. He was going to eliminate Medicare for the old and the sick. So he did not win, thank God. Obamacare stays in effect. Someone like me in 2014 will be able to get Medicaid without having to have a child because of my income. Thank God I will finally, in a year's time, January 1st, 2014, I will be able to apply for Medicaid, and I cannot be denied because I do not have a family. I will be able to get it based on my income and being poor, and I will finally be able to get the insurance that I need to live. Thank you, Obama. Upon further review, I realized no man could have fixed George Bush's mistakes in 4 years, and now he gets 4 more years to do it. Now, he can't fix all of those mistakes in even 8 years, but he can fix the majority of them and get us turning for the next president, which is who I talked about in the other video, Jesse Ventura. He is going to run for president. He's probably going to run up against Paul Ryan. More than likely, Paul Ryan will be seasoned from this experience, and Paul Ryan, the Republicans, and a lot of the shows I watched last night say it's time for a change. A lot of the analysts say it's time for a change. Whether the Republicans do it, they say it's time to get rid of the old white man and go for the young white man. Just like the Democrats did. They got younger. They're getting younger and younger. The Republicans, the experts say, need to get younger. I don't care if they do or not, because I don't want them to win. And I don't believe in a party system anyways. I believe in individuality, and you should, people vote based on party lines. Well, you shouldn't vote based on party lines. You should vote based on who does the best job, or who will do the best job, and that's what I did. Had I felt Mitt Romney was going to do a better job, I would have voted for Mitt Romney. But Barack Obama was the man for the job, and Mitt Romney was an antichrist and a devil, and if he would have got in, he would have pretty much wiped out the poor, the sick, and the old, and we would have been left with a nation that, not 100%. We would be, if Mitt Romney would have got in, this nation would have been the big fat cats with money looking down on the few poor that are able to somehow survive on their meager income and their meager wages, and who didn't die off because they got sick and couldn't take care of themselves, or ended up out homeless and ended up dead because they couldn't provide shelter. Mitt Romney and all of his corporations and all those hedge funders and all that stuff, they were going to look down and laugh upon us, and they lost handedly. When I was watching the coverage last night, I noticed one thing. I looked at Mitt Romney's supporters and how sad they were, and some were even crying, as he came out and delivered a lackluster speech. He came out and delivered one of the worst consolidation. Now, I'm pretty good with my words, but I think it's concedation. I'm not sure, and I don't even know if that's a word, but he conceded in one of the worst speeches to concede ever. And I saw young people in that crowd, and I'm like, how can a young person honestly vote for Romney? And then I thought about it. Those young people are spoiled brats that live with rich families and came up in the wealthy system. That's why they voted for Romney. Because any young person who's having a financial hardship, who's having trouble paying for college, you know, who knows what it's like to eat macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it 7 days a week for a whole month, so 30 days straight. You know, I've been there, and I'm not even in college. I just don't have money. I've had to eat macaroni and hot dogs 30 days straight, and I've done it. I've had to eat ramen noodles mixed with bologna, fried bologna. I would fry bologna, and I'd mix into my ramen noodles. I would get the spicy, not the spicy, but I get the beef noodles, the regular beef noodles, and that one package of seasoning's not enough, and I would purposely get 2 packages just so I could use the seasoning out of the other one and throw the other noodles away, which are only 15 cents, so don't harbor me for throwing away some 15-cent noodles. Because, you know, yeah, I probably could have put them back and done something else with them, but anyways, you know, I've been there, I've done that. So the poor folk of America won. Barack Obama is back 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. And I'm excited. This is not about my depression, my anxiety. We'll get back to that in the next video. This is about America, and America will continue to progress for all. Not just the rich, not just the wealthy, but for all. And we'll see if Mr. Obama can finally deliver on the promise he said to millions upon millions upon millions in 2008. Change you can believe in. He's got 4 more years to continue overturning, you know, some of the stuff that Bush put in, that, you know, some of the stuff he puts in lasts for 4 to 6 years. So that's why a lot of the things he couldn't have done in 4 years, but now he gets 4 more. So that's a good thing, and I'm proud to be an American. I'm almost free. No, I'm very proud to be an American today. I know in my other political video I kind of trashed down on both Obama and of course Mitt Romney, but after further consideration I had time to decide that at the end of the day, I know I said I was not going to vote, and I urged some people not to vote, but at the end of the day I said to myself, I've got to vote. I must vote because the analysts and the experts were lying to me, I suppose, by saying Mitt Romney was really close and could possibly win this election. And I guess I was listening to the wrong experts, because it wasn't close at all. And I know the electoral college system I don't like, and it should be abolished. But at the end of the day, Barack Obama won the popular vote too. Yeah, by the slimmest of margins, but it doesn't matter. Not only did he win the electoral college, but he won the popular vote. Now, if Mitt Romney would have won the popular vote, I would have came on this video today and it would have been a whole different tone. Because I don't believe in electoral college. And as much as I hate Mitt Romney, I would be sitting here talking about he should have won because he got the most votes. Because our individual votes don't really count. But in this case, Barack Obama won the popular vote, so he would have won either way in either system. So, So I know this is not a political channel, but this is, I'm an American, and I need, you know, to use, you know, my channel to just proclaim that I am an American and I am happy. And anybody who watches my video who's a Mitt Romney supporter, please, and let's be friendly about it, we don't have to argue, but please tell me why Mitt Romney would have been better. Because I just don't understand how you can believe in a man who constantly lies. And sure, Obama's lied too, but not as much as Romney. Hell, the last month of the election, Mitt Romney kept getting caught in lies after lies. And also, how could you support a man that only cares about the 53% of Americans who are the upper wealthy echelon and not care about the other 47% of America? Because when you're president, you're supposed to care about all Americans and not just a certain bracket of Americans. So if you're a Mitt Romney supporter and you see this video, please, friendly conversation, tell me why you believed in him and why he should have won. Topic 2 of this video, Colorado. Colorado just made history. Colorado was one of the original states to legalize medical marijuana. Well, Colorado has legalized marijuana for state regulation and taxation. Meaning that, you know, this is going to go to a fight, but the people voted it, so there's really not much they can do. Sure, the Congress who's against it in Colorado may try to get it thrown out, but the people spoke. And it's going to happen. Unless something drastic happens, something really drastic is going to happen to get this overturned. And what I mean by drastic is the federal government's going to come in and say, nope, throw this out now, or we're going to cut you off, Colorado. We're going to arrest your citizens. We're going to arrest anybody that tries to sell marijuana in stores. You know, if the federal government puts the hammer down, that's the only way I foresee this not happening. So what I'm hearing is that within 2 years, you're going to be able to walk into a convenience store in Colorado, and you're going to be able to buy a pack of joints made by the Marlboro brand, because from what I've heard and what I've done in research, Marlboro is happy about this. The Marlboro brand is one of the top brands in cigarettes, and cigarettes aren't great for you. Marijuana is different. Marijuana has medicinal properties. Cigarettes have none, and I smoke. I'm not proud of it, and I've said that before. But marijuana does have medicinal purposes, and I think marijuana would greatly help my depression, my social anxiety, and I live in Florida, so I can't. And I've smoked marijuana in the past, but the marijuana that I was smoking was street grade crap, and it didn't have those medicinal properties because of how it was grown. It wasn't grown properly, so I was just smoking it to get a buzz, you know. But government regulated medicinal marijuana that has grown properly, that has medicinal properties, could help my depression, could help my anxiety. I could sit here in the morning, I could eat me a nice big breakfast, let it settle for an hour, and get out the vaporizer, because I wouldn't want to smoke it. You know, I guess I could, but I would, in the morning time, like the first start of the day, I would rather vaporize. Get out the vaporizer, put the buds in the vaporizer, take a couple of tokes, and I guarantee you I would be happy, I would be smiling, I would be in a good mood, I would, you know, be able to go out and socialize, and it would help my aches, it would help my pains, and I believe that if I was allowed to, you know, smoke marijuana legally, medical grade, medicinal property marijuana, that would be an end to my depression and my social anxiety. It may not be an end, but it would be the best thing that I could ever do to alleviate these illnesses that I occur. It will drastically help. Marijuana, naturally, it makes you happy. It makes you feel good. It makes you, you know, if it's grown properly and done right, in medical marijuana. And so back to the thing about going in convenience stores and getting a pack of Marlboro joints. Marlboro is on board, is stating they would love to be on board with Colorado and being, you know, with this legalization of state regulation and taxation of it, to where you do not have to have a medical card to get marijuana. It is illegal to possess marijuana as an adult if you are 18 years or older under this law, and it is legal for you not to grow marijuana unless you have a grower's card. You must be, you know, a registered grower, and I don't know what you have to do all that, but along with those lines, it will be legal for you to go into a store and buy a pack of joints to smoke. You can also buy bud to smoke in a vaporizer, or not smoke, but to vaporize. And I'm pretty sure the cigar brands, because marijuana cigars are popular, are going to come out with their version. And again, Marlboro, the Marlboro company says that they are happy, and this is another business venture for them, and they will be one of the brands that will be establishing their place in Colorado in this market. And I believe we are heading for a nation where medicinal marijuana is not just medicinal, but, you know, marijuana will be legal as alcohol is. Alcohol is more dangerous. Studies for years have suggested it. You never hear about people dying from marijuana-related accidents. You know, I'm not saying it's never happened, because it has, but the likelihood of you vaporizing a couple of tokes, getting in your car and driving, and going out and getting a massive wreck is highly unlikely compared to drinking just two alcoholic beverages and doing the same chore. I took 2 big tokes out of the vaporizer. I get in this van that I drive, and I can go out and drive and be fine. I can drink 2 beers, and I'd be impaired to the point where I probably would get in a wreck. So, you know, I think it's only right that marijuana is legal. And besides, it's grown from the earth. When grown properly, it does have medicinal properties. And marijuana can benefit so many people like me with depression and anxiety because, and who have aches and who have pains, and people with cancer, and you know, there's a reason marijuana was grown in the earth, and there was no reason why it should have ever been banned. And the only reason it got banned was because it gave people a buzz, and people were afraid of that. Well, goddamn, alcohol gives you a buzz. Alcohol makes you so stupid if you drink enough of it to where you can't talk right, you can't walk right, and you damn sure can't drive a car. So you can smoke a good bit of marijuana, and you can walk straight, you can talk straight, you can feel good, and be fine. So we're in a time where marijuana should be legal across all 50 states. Our jail systems wouldn't be crowded with non-violent people who just smoked marijuana. The taxpayers would save money. People would be more free to do as they choose. And I think it would overall make people happier without fear of persecution, without worrying about getting in their car, firing up a joint, driving, and getting pulled over and going to jail. You know, if you're smoking one single joint in your car and you get pulled over, you can go to jail for up to a year in my state of Florida on the first offense. That is ridiculous. We're housing so many non-violent people who just smoked marijuana or had marijuana, who weren't doing anything violent or anything wrong, with the same people who murdered, raped, abused children. And it's just not right. So Colorado did something huge. And I think within the next 20 years, marijuana will be legal for sale and taxation in all 50 states. You'll be able to buy packs like you do cigarettes. You'll be able to buy it like you do alcohol, I believe. In Colorado, they said 18 or older. Maybe nationally, it would go up to like the alcohol age of 21. I don't know. But we're at that time where marijuana should be legal. And it's your freedom, it's your choice. Now, cocaine, ecstasy, crystal meth, none of that stuff, crack, no. But marijuana is nowhere near. And when people compare marijuana to crack cocaine and ecstasy and crystal meth, it bothers me. You're putting a plant that grows from the earth with medical properties in with a class of man-made drugs that were manufactured with chemicals. Marijuana is grown in the earth. And when grown properly with the proper, just like a flower, you put a flower on your porch and you use the proper soil and nutrients and whatever you use to grow that flower nice and beautiful. When done properly, it looks great. Same with marijuana, and it can help. So that's the end of this video. Conversation with a loner, Chris Strickland. We'll get back to my personal issues in my life, but just wanted to make a video saying that I'm proud today to be an American. Wanted to talk about a couple topics. And anybody that watches this video, please, if you're a Mitt Romney supporter, do what I said earlier. Send me a message. Let's not get into a hateful argument. But tell me why you think Mitt Romney, or why you voted for him, and why you think he would have been better for the job. And also, I want to get you guys' opinions on my view and your view of marijuana. And there's someone out there named Donnelly Miller. I want your view on marijuana. I want to see if you feel as I do, because you've never experimented with drugs. I have. But my issue with it is I went to the harder drugs. I made mistakes. And when I was on marijuana, when I was in my early teens, I look back, yes, I was very depressed, but I can look back, and yes, I was smoking street grade, lower level marijuana that really wasn't all that great. Looking back to my early years of depression, there were times where I was a lot happier when I was smoking pot, but it's when I graduated to other drugs that it became a problem. So but I'm not saying I was, it cured me, because it didn't, because the kind of pot I was smoking wasn't, that good. So, Donnelly Miller, I want to know you, since you've never done drugs, which is miraculous to me, and I'm proud of you for that, because, it takes a strong person to have the issues we have and not turn to drugs. I wasn't able to do it. So that shows that you're strong inside, Donnelly, not on the outside, not just on the outside, but on the inside. You're really... you do have some willpower, Donnelly, and I like I said, I see you turning around. You're doing well, so I'm proud of you for that. I feel like I know you even though I don't, but from watching all your videos, man, I just, at first I was wrong, but, I apologize for that, and, I realized that I was probably just being a fool when I called you out, and I guess what I was doing was just not believing what I was seeing, and it was wrong for me to make pass judgment on you for that. But that's done, that's over with. That was 3 months ago, and I want to know your opinion. Donnelly on drugs. Why? Because I've never really heard you speak on this. Why you never turned to drugs? Why or how you were able to hold off, or were drugs just not around in your life, or did you just never really care to even go that route? And your thoughts on medical marijuana helping depression, anxiety, fear disorders, you know, any type of mental disorder that limits your daily life from functioning on a social level, you know, marijuana would be great for. So I want to know, you know, Donnelly, your thoughts of the legal marijuana to help our mental issues and other people with mental issues, and how and why you never went down the drug path. You know, what were the factors? You know, it just wasn't around, or you just knew you did not want to go that way, or did you ever come close to using drugs? So that's been my conversation today. I'm Chris. I'm out. I will see you guys later.